What's going on, everyone? I'm going to be talking to you today about three business startups you should start in 2020. Okay. Um, basically, it's a few ideas in regards to basically startups that I'm working on, but I'm going to give you three that you probably should basically start right away. It's little overhead, not that much involved. I'm gonna go over the three business startups, and then probably um I'll also, well, not so much probably, but I will go over a general like price point of like what it would cost to start these up and where you would have to go look up as far as how to start them and what you'll need. So let me set things up for you, get things off the ground. So without further ado, let's get it. So the first business that you probably want to start is basically roadside assistance. Okay. You want to probably start a roadside assistance business. And the reason why all of this is related to what's going to be needed with the current market and what's already needed. Okay. So, right now, in the midst of this pandemic, there is a shift in basically just what what people actually are um, kind of needing as far as or what they're purchasing. We already talked about they're purchasing, houses, they're purchasing cars. We already know that. Okay, that's a given, you know. But what we haven't talked about is the servicers of those products of those. If you got a car, you're gonna need detailers. You're gonna need, if you're driving, you got all these people driving cars. You're gonna need people to service these vehicles. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about basically what's needed for um, 2020 and where I would basically look at. And a couple of these I'm already into. I'm in the middle of them as we speak, as far as starting those up. So let me set things up for you, and I'm just gonna present from there. Be just a second. So let me make sure my sound is good. So all right, cool. All righty. So let me set things up to share. So let's share the screen. Okay. All right. All right. So first one, number three, is roadside assistance. Okay. So you ideally, when you think of roadside assistance, what do you think of? AAA, right? So what AAA does is they hire out through subcontractors. So it's a couple ways you could model this. So one is you can work for companies like like AAA, and then there's others. So you got a lot of different companies. So okay, if you just Google roadside assistance service, you could come up with all kind of different companies, right? So for example, I got Progressive Insurance, and you know, they I have roadside assistance. The last time I used them was like over a year ago. But when I used them, it wasn't through AAA. I mean, I'm be honest with you, if you already had AAA, you know pretty much AAA is pretty good, especially if you got the RV roadside assistance, which they could tow your vehicle up to, I believe, 100 miles from wherever you are, and they could even tow your RV if you have an RV. But you can basically get a contract to work with companies like AAA, or you could do both, or if not just this, you can basically work. You can market your business through advertising. Okay, like word of mouth, obviously, and business cards. Um, offer subscription based model like AAA does. You know, offer a monthly subscription. So in case you like, I don't know, you're not really following me, you're a little kid or something watching this video. Roadside assistance is basically um changing a tire, key lockout. Like if your key is locked inside your vehicle. Um, Another thing they do is like if you ran out of gas, or let's just say whatever you can whatever you can do to get the vehicle safely off of the road. Uh, um, to just say to the next to the safest destination, safest area. Okay, so like if you got let's say you got a busted hose. So if I basically um if I did this, I would have hose repair, right? Okay, so this is what roadside assistance is. Okay, so what do you need to get this started? What do you need to get this, and how much does it cost? What are the costs, or what are the startup costs? Okay, all right. So obviously, you doing roadside assistance. You need a freaking vehicle. You need a car. You don't need a truck. You don't need a van or nothing. You just need a car. Okay. All right. What else do you need? You need four-way, say four-way lug nut wrench. Change the tire. But ideally, what you want to have is an impact tool. So if you didn't know what an impact tool was, it's like basically I'll show you what an impact tool is. If you just absolutely don't know. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you what an impact tool is. So let's go to Google or just impact wrench. Okay. All right. Ideally, you want something with that basically doesn't need any cords. Wow, this is called Banggood. Interesting. So, okay, yeah, you could use something like that, but I'll show you the one I got. I got one a pretty good one. Yeah, this one right here. So yeah, you will want to get something like this. Okay. So something like this with the battery, it'll literally take the tire off of the freaking car like they do at NASCAR, where they go zoop zoop and it comes off. You gonna use this to take off the tire. I mean, I keep this in my trunk. I literally, cause if I get a flat, I mean, I'm not about to, be stuck out there. It happened before because I had to call Progressive because I had roadside assistance because the lug nuts would not come off. So, I mean, a lot of times men can change the tire, but the damn lug nut, shoot, the tires are the lugs are froze. You can't get the lugs off. You gotta call AAA and like a damsel in distress. Okay, and then before I go with what you need, you know, I gotta go into the question why get into this business. What is beneficial? It's a venture capitalist that I listen to. I think it don't know his last name, but it's Mark. I think the YouTube channel is damn, I can't think of it, but I'll put it in the description of this video. But hold on one second because I was watching it. Oh, it's the come up. Yeah, it's the come up. Okay. So the guy's named Mark, and he's got a lady guest. I can't think of her name. I'm terrible with names sometimes, but he's a venture capitalist, young guy. Um, this is one of the questions that when someone it's one, but it's a whole bunch more. But for the sake of this video, you gotta always ask yourself why get into this business. Okay, I'm gonna show you why you get into this business and why people are already in this business. Now, Googling basically the statistics on a survey. Okay. So here we have it. I'm just going to copy this. This is courtesy of cars.com. Okay. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it in this Word file here. Paste it here. Make it bigger. Okay. Welcome to anyone that just joined the live. The title is basically 3 businesses you should start 2020. And I'm going over why you should get into this business. Okay. This is from cars.com. I'll read it real quick. The survey found 88% of men have changed a tire versus 47% of women. 93% of men have checked the oil in their car versus 78% of women. And 93% of men have also checked tire pressure versus 76% of women. That is not necessarily what I was looking for. Okay. This is kind of what I was looking for here. Okay. So this says 60% of people, this men and women, can't change a flat tire. Okay. This society, they don't, unless you take in auto mechanics, or if you, let's say you grew up in a single parent household, your dad wasn't around, or you ain't had no uncles. Because believe it or not, my daddy did not teach me how to change no damn tire. Okay, it just that wasn't that he taught me other things, but he didn't teach me how to change a tire. How did I learn how to change a tire? I learned from basically my auto mechanics in high school. Okay, even before that, I learned from my uncle. My uncle, that's what uncles are for. But here's the thing about uncles. I'm an uncle, and a lot of people don't even listen or talk to their god doggone uncle. Instead, he taking L's, man, in the world. And your uncle, 9 times out of 10, unless he's, not doing something wrong to you, but that's a whole nother topic. But he's got a wealth of information. Your auntie as well. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna get to my aunt in a minute, but yeah, my aunt has a wealth of information. My uncles have taught me why they're part of the reason why I'm the man I am today. And 60% of people can't change a flat tire. And yeah, this is I believe this to be true. Okay. Now it goes even deeper. Okay, it goes deeper than that, but I'm not gonna go too much into it. It's on NBCnews.com, but that is the why. Also, why get into this? 60% of people can't change a tire. It's so bad. I already know. When people literally get a flat, what do you see them? Okay, I want every time. Okay, like the next tomorrow, this week, I want you to focus, not get in the accident, but I want you to focus on the side, people stuck on the side of the road, primarily with the flat tire. I want you to watch those people. They not getting out their car, homie. You know what I'm saying? They not getting out their car to change that tire. They calling somebody to change that tire for them. I ain't even talking about women. I'm talking about men. But I can promise you this ratio for women is higher. This is just talking about people. But women, you could just say 70 to 80% of women, even if they know how to change a tire, they ain't changing no god doggone tire. Okay? I could tell you that for a fact. Less than 20% of women are changing a tire. I'm just talking about tires. They ain't changing no doggone tire. You think a woman that get pedicures and all that, getting her nails done, gonna get out her car to change a tire? Heck, no. No. So I don't even really even have to go any further. The data already shows that it's a demand for it, because people are literally dependent on roadside assistance. I'm not gonna kill this whole thing. I'm be honest with you, this is gonna be on Patreon. So if you not tuned, if you thinking it's gonna be up, this ain't gonna be up, buddy. This is for my Patreons. I'm doing this for my Patreon subscribers. I ain't doing it for everybody. This is going straight to Patreon. Now I might be nice and give you a clip, but probably not, because I ain't got time for you. If you ain't got no time for me, I ain't got no time for you. This video is for my Patreon subscribers. But anyway, I'm not going to even go any further deep in depth into it, but this is the why. Just the tires alone is the reason to get into this business. Now, What do you need? You need a car. You need a four-way lug nut wrench. You need impact tool, or a wrench. Let's just say impact wrench, cordless. Because if you got a corded impact tool, what the hell are you doing? You gonna be in a remote location. You ain't going. They not coming to you to change no damn tire. You need to come to them, and you need to have probably at least one or two batteries. Two. Let's just say two batteries to change, to like in case one goes out, you got another one as a backup. Okay. Another thing you're gonna need. I didn't even mention it. I'm not a freaking robot. Okay. You can add the damn battery went out. How many times have you been out and the damn battery goes out? Battery swap. Okay. Or battery jump. Sometimes a jump will work. Okay. Now you talking to a guy, man, that been working on cars. I done had about at least 20 cars so far at the age of 40. Okay. I done bought plenty of cars. All right. And I'm like I said before, I'm gonna be making a video on cars. Battery swap and battery jump. Okay. The battery goes out. You need jumper cables. Okay. All right. And you also need maybe a battery charger, a quick charge battery charger. Then also, you would also probably, yeah, quick charge battery charger with the tester, because people don't believe you. People always think that you're trying to get older on them. So you use the tester, um, battery tester. You will need that, so you can show these fools that their battery actually went out and it can't be charged. So that way they ain't about to choke your neck, because these people are distressed. They most of the time they're in a place where they've never been in, stuck in a place where they've never been stuck before, and they're just trying to get out the situation. They're panicking, trying to figure out, how did I get here and why I can't get out of it. So people are very emotional in this situation. So the battery tester, you can show them, okay, this is what you need. This is what happened. So then another thing, this is in case you're on your own, you ain't with AAA or whatever. You got your own battery. You got like a set of common batteries, battery spares. Okay, and I'm gonna break down pricing, with this. Okay, battery spares. All right, in case you actually, like, the person needs a battery to basically, what I'm saying, um, because the battery can't be charged. Because basically what your job is you're trying to get the car for not being having to be jumped. I mean, not jumped, but towed away, right? So the first person, when you call roadside assistance, okay, and they ask you, okay, is your car safe? Can it be driven? What's going on? They determine, do you can you get basically um to a safe place, or what's going on with the vehicle. When they determine what's going on with the vehicle, they determine whether they gotta dispatch a tow truck, or they gotta dispatch someone that just does roadside assistance, meaning they're doing all of these things here. Notice I ain't say nothing about you gotta go buy a tow truck. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, it's not what I'm talking about. So basically, you would, when they call you, this is the types of stuff you're gonna be doing primarily. Now, let me go back to what you need. Okay, battery spares. Okay, then another thing you're gonna need is like something like a Slim Jim. Okay, to get in, bust open their car door, or lock to get in their car, to get, because they lock their keys in their car. Okay, and then you're gonna need about a gallon or two of gas. Okay, so another thing, let's see what else changing. A tire, key lockout, ran out. Okay. Uh, okay. I mean, that's pretty much it for starters. And then you need lube, or let's say lube to help in case lugs are like kind of froze. Okay. So yeah. So basically, um, you would need that. Okay, so if you just hopped on, I'm going over roadside assistance, three startups. You should start in 2020. All right, so yeah, so basically you're gonna need some lube in case the lugs are froze. Okay. Another thing that you might need, I'm just trying to think of I mean you're gonna need the I'll just put garage tools, or a mechanic tool set. Okay. You'll need mechanic tool set. Okay. Um, gloves, obviously. Gloves, a light, a high beam light, because a lot of times you're gonna be out at nighttime. So I'll just say off the top of my head, all of this stuff you can get for about $1,000. I mean, you don't have to get everything brand new. Okay. You don't have to get everything brand new. You can get some stuff used. You can get used tool sets from like the swap meet, or you can get them like at wherever you can get like used stuff or whatever. You don't gotta get everything brand new. That's one thing people don't, like if you're frugal, you already understand that. Now, legal costs. Okay. Now you could be a sole proprietor and do this business. I ain't, the spelling bee champion of the world. Never professed to be such. All right. Or you have an LLC. But a sole proprietor doesn't cost that much. Okay. You could get a sole proprietorship for like $50, um, depending on what state you're in. Now, you probably gonna want to have insurance, liability insurance. Okay, liability insurance. Now, you just research that. Okay. Um, Another thing is you probably gonna, this, business I'll just put business registration. Um, Registration. So liability insurance. What's another thing that you'll probably need to get? Uh, that's pretty much the start of it. I mean, you should already have a cell phone. I mean, of course, you're gonna need a cell phone. You already have a cell phone. You can use your cell phone you already have. So, total cost, I would say, let's say total cost total startup costs, because that's another thing. The startup costs of these businesses are not that much. And I'm just gonna let you know in case you hopping in and out. This ain't gonna be up. It's gonna be on Patreon. Okay, so just don't be thinking like, oh yeah, broke genius giving away everything for the free 99 again. Nah, you ain't on Patreon. If you got the if you watch this now, you get the benefit of it. After this live cuts off, it's going straight to Patreon. Okay, so total startup cost. Let's just say $2,000. 2K. So instead of buying 2K, NBA 2K, you could take 2K and you could start a roadside assistance business. Okay, there you go. All right. Now, eventually, after a while, I might put these videos, some of my Patreon videos, on regular YouTube. Okay, but some of them I won't because some of those videos are private videos. But anyway, there you have it. Roadside assistance number 3. This is the startup cost, about $2,000 overall. So I know you guys got $2,000. You can get it, and then you can literally start a roadside assistance business. This is one of 3. All right, so we're gonna move to number 2, and we're gonna use that base format. And in case you hopping in and out, this is not gonna be up, buddy. If you ain't on Patreon, you will not be able to be like, all right, I'm gonna come back and see Broke Genius videos and check them out later. No, it's going straight to Patreon. So if you watching this live right now, after this, it's not gonna be up for you to come back to. So if it's valuable for you, it's valuable. If it's not, it's nothing to come back to. It won't be up. So here's the number 2 business that I suggest to start is also moving and hauling. Okay, and use the same format. Why get into this business? The why. I'm not even gonna explain the why. They've been moving and hauling before your mama, before your daddy, your grandma been born. Ain't no why. People move and gotta haul stuff every day. I just spent $500 for a dude to haul some garbage out of my garage in my house. Okay, and then I still had a whole big pile of rocks because the people that was rehabbing the house before I bought it, they used the garage as a dumpster. So I mean, ain't no why. Moving and hauling is no explanation. It's a 1+1 idea. I ain't gotta explain no why to nobody. Okay, so moving and hauling, let's get into what you need to get started. Okay. So basically what you need, okay, you need at the very least you need a van. You can't be talking about you about to get in the hauling and moving with a a freaking Geo or Geo Metra or a freaking Toyota Camry. No, or Toyota Prius. I mean, it's hustlers. Don't get me wrong. I've been there. I done had a landscaping business with a 94 Mercury Cougar. And if you know what the type of car that is, you could just laugh at that one. I literally had I had the lawnmower in the trunk halfway open, driving around cutting grass. I mean, I understand some hustlers out there, but at the very least, you need a van, okay? Or pickup truck, okay? That's why I like the Mexicans. Shout out to the Mexicans. Soon as they get over from the border, they get in a pickup truck. That's why pickup trucks cost so much. they get, they smart. They get in the pickup truck because they know they come here. They getting right into construction. they gonna need to move and haul stuff. They get a damn pickup truck. If they don't get a pickup truck, they get in the van. But yeah, pickup truck, and also ideally a light box truck. That's what you need, homie. All right. So another thing you need boxes, because when somebody moving, they might not have boxes, and that's a way you could charge them extra money, okay? Because you providing boxes. Another thing you need is a dolly, okay? Dolly. You don't know what a dolly is? Look that up. What's going on, women of the past? Oh yeah, I right. I actually, that's one of my businesses that I'm gonna try to start up again, is landscaping. You're gonna need a dolly. Another thing that you're going to need, uh, you're gonna need like certain moving tools. Okay, I don't know them all, the lexicons of the moving tools, but when you're looking to move, like, or you're looking like you just go to U-Haul and walk in there, do your due diligence, right, and see what they have in there. It's like what their moving tools are. It's like straps and certain things like that. Um, you're gonna need that, okay? So another thing that you'll need is you'll need the fabric or cushioning. Let's just say cushioning for certain things like precious furniture, or you get, like, I'll explain, like, you got furniture that's like precious rare furniture. You're gonna need like the cushioning to like wrap it, because you putting it in the truck. You don't want to get anything like broken or anything like that, so you're gonna need that. And let me think of, just off the top of my head. I mean, that's primarily it, because you're moving objects. You need the cushioning, you need boxes, you need tape, a whole bunch of tape. Okay, put that in caps. Um, let's see, what else? What else? What else? What else you would probably need in that scenario? Moving, hauling. Okay. Um, Yeah, I mean, that to start. This is ideally the synopsis of it. And what are the costs? What are the costs? Okay, so it's gonna be quite a bit more than basically the cost of roadside assistance. Definitely gonna be more. Okay, yeah, landscaping is good money, but you have to get the contracts, but it's kind of really easy. I mean, you see somebody with a whole bunch of grass, okay, duh. I mean, you want your grass cut s- four times or two times out of one, they gonna say, yeah, they need their grass cut. So yeah, moving and hauling. And I mean, the cost, let's say like let's give like a medium cost, median. Let's just say for all of this, for a van or a pickup truck, dolly, moving tools, we gonna say, because you get a used van or used pickup truck, we gonna say about $5,000. Okay, and probably, and we're gonna say for a light box truck to do it, do it well, let's just say 10K and $10,000. Okay. Now I know you probably gonna be like, hey, you can get a box trucks for cheaper than that or whatever, but we just gonna say anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000. Okay. And then another thing is, you can basically cut this out. You can cut this out. You could be like, all right, I could just be like, I could say $3,000. Why? Because you could rent the truck, rent a box truck. Matter of fact, you could, I mean, U-Haul, you could rent a damn van too, and a pickup truck. And I mean, you can go. They got like in my area. We got Menards, we got Lowe's, we got Home Depot. You could rent van or pickup truck at Home Depot. Okay, so you don't even yeah, true that. If you wanna, well, you don't necessarily have to know how to fix sprinklers. I mean that's like if you want to go into the advanced form of landscaping. I mean, because you basically you got you, but you right because you talking about full landscaping. Landscaping is like everything. I mean, it's deep. A lot of people think landscaping just cutting grass and then lining up the grass edges and all that. No, landscaping is a whole. I mean, you got landscaping is a monster within itself. I mean, you could literally you could go to college for actually landscaping. I kid you not. Like they have landscaping architects or landscape design as an actual um like college course that you or discipline that you could actually get a degree off of. It is very deep. Um, I learned that when I was like, how old was I when I learned that? Well, actually, not recently because I went to construction. I went to school to get in the construction field about 4 years ago. Yeah, about 4 years ago. So that's when I learned about the landscaping trades and stuff like that. But yeah, so like I say, you could rent a truck, you could rent a van, a pickup. So your cost would be, you could even just say, roughly speaking, you could just say $2,000 to be honest. Because if you got to rent, honestly, I'm this is as low as I can go for you, motherfuckers. $1,000. That's my final offer for you. $1,000. Because basically, if you just doing it as a service, you're not even really even paying for the truck. Because if you think about it, if you set everything up for, okay, I gotta move this amount of people, you can rent a truck from someone, from a company that already has a moving company. That's one way you could do it. And then you got two people you gotta move that day. You rent two trucks that day. I mean, people are already doing this, okay? But if you want to buy the truck, because you're gonna eventually get tired of renting them, you gonna buy, a truck or whatever, it's gonna go up, okay? Depending on how much the van, the pickup truck, or the light box truck is, you gonna spend some money on it. But the boxes, I mean, the boxes doesn't cost that much. You can buy a whole bunch of boxes, go on uline.com. I mean, uline.com, right? You can buy as many boxes as you freaking need. Okay. So a dolly, how much is a big, like nice, a good dolly, like a really, really good one? $200-300. Okay. Moving tools, 100-200 dollars or whatever. So yeah, you can literally start this up for about $1,000. I mean, if you want to go the rent route, like you just gonna rent the van and the pickup truck, and then let's go to the legal costs. Okay. um and the startup costs. Okay, so LLCs cost a lot of money. Okay, so it's kind of the same thing, same narrative as the roadside assistance. I mean, you'll be at about total about 2,000 to uh you just say $12,000 total, because if you add the legal costs as far as starting a business, or you don't want to start this with a sole proprietorship, ideally you want to be an LLC, but you can start as a sole proprietor. You just want to definitely have liability insurance, because if you damage something, they gonna be coming after your head. Trust me, because you got some people that have relics and family relics and stuff like that, that the value is priceless. You know what I'm saying? And you got, people have expensive paintings and all that stuff. So this is definitely something you want to definitely have enough liability insurance. And then you got people that's gonna try to scam you too. So you got to be careful with that. in anything you do. So yeah, I mean that wasn't actually that difficult. Okay, so here's the overlay for the underplay. That's why I got the nice little, beautiful little chica here, cleaning the bed. Oh, cool. Women of the Past is a hustler, y'all. She is a bona fide hustler. She is not playing with you. She says she also do roadside assistance too. I mean, man, I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. Let me highlight that. So yeah, let me go back. Final thing is, don't tell me you do house cleaning too, women of the class. You do that, I'm about to stop the show. I know you clean your own house, but you do home cleaning for other people. Okay. So here's another thing. Okay, I'm not gonna go over the why with this either. It's a one plus what I call, and shout out to Mark from the come up YouTube. I'm put that just basically just Google YouTube, put in the YouTube search bar, put in the come up, and you'll see it. I ain't explaining to no venture capitalist why you should start a home cleaning business. Okay. I mean, I ain't about to explain nothing to nobody. Ain't no, I don't need no why for no home cleaning service. Okay. I mean, it's a 1+1 business. 1+1 equals 2. It's really that simple. Okay. So yeah, so let's go with what do you need? Same premise or whatever. So yeah, what do you need? Uh you're gonna need cleaning. You basically you'll need to go to a janitorial service. And then it's another dude that I actually follow. Um let me get his information. He's very good with he actually, because it's a big if you want to actually get contracts, this is a big one right here. Okay, Jam Pro, they actually will give you business because they're so big. They will give you business, but this guy, he actually has a contract with Jam Pro, and I'm gonna give you his information or whatever. Have you Google his information as well, because he actually goes over like different because he actually, that's what he does for a living. He basically, let me see if I can find it on my YouTube subscription feed or whatever. Because you could, like, if you're really interested, you could find his information. Then because he goes over um the different like tools you need to start up and all of that. All right, let's see here. Let me see. Some people, man, they be, they going. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. So I don't know if this guy even still makes YouTube videos. That's another thing. Um, oh yeah, here it is. I think this is this guy. Yeah, so this is this guy's channel here. So he actually goes over, what you need to get started doing home cleaning, commercial cleaning. Okay. So his channel name is J Work. Okay. So yeah, that's what he has a contract with Jam Pro. So he goes over he goes over what you need, So yeah, J work. So you wanna pay attention to that. So I'll put that in the chat here. Okay. All right. So Jam Pro costs, I think the median cost is about $1,000. Okay. They'll give you as much as you put in. Like if you put $1,000, they'll give you um basically $1,000 worth of business. Okay. So yeah, that's Jam Pro. I was actually thinking about going with Jam Pro to start too, but um yeah, so that's Jam Pro. What you need is basically you you need, cleaning supplies, home, home and commercial cleaning supplies. And you could scale according to the jobs that you have to do. And then, I mean, basically the same thing. I mean, home and, let me just, just copy and paste. The guy that invented copy and paste, he died last year. Shout out to him. Um, tools, right? Home cleaning tools. So let's go with like let's go with cost. Okay. How much does all of this cost? I would say $500. Not I don't even think it costs that much, man. I mean, it's like literally it depends on what you actually doing, and then you're gonna scale. This is a startup, so you don't have to have everything overnight. So startup costs. So I would say total startup costs. Okay, well, same thing, legal, and you want to get liability insurance too. You want to always cover your ass. It's one thing I learned when I was in the Navy. They say cover your ass. One of my trainers when I was in Pensacola, before I went to the flight on the aircraft carrier because I was an airman. He said he was 16 years into the Navy. He said you want to always cover your ass. Okay. So um you want to get, sole proprietorship, LLC, liability insurance. So with this one, this is why I like this one so well. And it's a lot of money in it, okay? Especially now because you got people in their house, they just, they need a little help, man. They got these kids that you know, driving them crazy, and they need somebody to help them. And it only costs, I promise you, it only costs $1,000, man, to start this business up. Now, if you want to go to Jam Pro, of course, you just add 1,000 to this, and it's 2,000. And then they'll give you guaranteed business. Okay, so Jam Pro gives you guaranteed contracts, ongoing. Okay. Um, yeah, I know my spelling is terrible, but anyway. Yeah, so there you have it. Okay. I ain't gonna talk you to death. If you watch this, you basically I'll go over it. I'll just go over it from start to finish. So this is, like I say, this is the 3 business startups you should start in 2020. It's very low overhead. So first one was roadside assistance. Okay. Um, you know, you could start your own service, or you can partner up or contract up with AAA, like big roadside assistance companies. You could be a subcontractor through them. You're gonna be changing a tire, key lockout. Someone ran out of gas. You're gonna need like a gallon or two of gas in your trunk or more. Um, you're gonna need like hose, tape, certain things. Basically, like if like a hose busted, you want to have something that you could tape over that hose so they can get home, so they can go to the mechanic shop in the morning or whatever, or that day if it's still daylight. You want to have batteries so you could swap their battery. You want to have a battery tester, okay, and then you want to have battery jumper cables, okay. Um, And this to just go the why in this business, even though I really technically didn't even have to put a why. I mean, how many cars are there on the road? How many people are there that drive cars? But you know, uh, these are the statistics that I found from cars.com. It said a survey found 88% of men have changed the tire versus 47% of women. 60% of people can't change a tire. Less than 20% of women are changing a tire, okay, themselves, okay. So like I said before, I said when you next time you driving on the highway or driving somewhere and you see somebody's on the side of the road with a flat tire, um, look and see if they in their car, because the person is actually trying to change the tire. They out of their car. 9 times out of 10, they in their car and they on the phone with AAA, or they calling somebody to tow they car or change their tire, because people just ain't changing their tires, man. I mean, it's more people than not that are actually changing, that are not changing their tire than are changing their tire. What you'll need for this, you need a 4-way lug wrench, impact wrench with that's cordless, about 2 batteries, or one battery and a spare, jumper cables, quick charge battery charger, quick charge battery charger, battery tester, some battery spares, Slim Jim to get them get their key, pop the lock on their window, so on the door, so you can get inside, so they can change, so they can get their key out of the car, because they locked themselves in the car, their keys in the car. So gallon or two of gas, lube to help you get the lugs that are froze, a mechanic tool set, a complete mechanic tool set, gloves, high beam light. Cost is $1,000. And if you need some advice, you want to go to Woman of the Past, because she says she already is in this business. Okay, so legal costs, LLC, sole proprietorship, need liability insurance. Definitely gonna need that. And the total cost is $2,000. I mean, less than the price of a Hoopty, okay, or maybe a decent Hoopty or whatever. So, moving and hauling is number two. You need a van, pickup truck, light box truck, boxes, a dolly, moving tools. You get boxes on uline.com. You need some fabric to cushion, certain furnitures or precious, items. You need tape. I say the cost is about 1,000 to anywhere between 10,000, and that's if you're not going to rent. This is the 1,000 is if you just gonna start off renting a box truck or van or a pickup, versus actually buying it. Okay, so you need a sole proprietorship or LLC business registration, liability insurance. So the total startup costs about 2K to 12K, and home cleaning is the number one, and is the best one if you ask me. You don't need any explanation. How many dirty houses, you seen? How many people, how many women nowadays have problems cleaning their house? How many men don't even clean their house? I mean, how many bachelors that are just, living in slop, right? You know, it just goes without saying. I mean, you got, men, they need cleaners. Even women need cleaners nowadays. They need somebody to clean their house up. The cost is very low, $500. I mean, I got to get on the ball, man. I got to just get this started because this, man, I mean, I got to get this going myself because this one, because just to stop the show a little bit, I'm trying to get into home cleaning and also moving and hauling. I guess I'm also getting into handyman services too because I mean, yeah, I know how to patch a wall, do some drywall and paint it. Yeah, that's about $100 to do that. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. Um, if it's like multiple holes, I'll just include it in the price, maybe. So I mean, I'm gonna start these two with it though, and then also I'm getting into landscaping too, like Women of the Past. So yeah, it's very cheap, $500 total, and that's included with the LLC. It's about $1,000. If you want to get guaranteed contracts, you want to shout out, you want to look up on YouTube if you need further information on there. J Work and janitorial services. Jam Pro gives you guaranteed contracts. I think the entry level cost is like $1,000. Okay, so this is the good thing and the bad thing, and this is J Works channel right here. Okay, let me put this in the description here on my channel, so that way you have it. I'm just gonna make this short and sweet. Basically, this is just live right now. If you want to see this video, you will have to join Patreon. Yep, this video actually was for my Patreons. Basically, there you have it. I appreciate it if you did get the information. If you didn't, gotta respect my gangster. That's all I can say.